shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today is November 22nd. Welcome to Washington County Municipal Court. I'm Judge Capper. We have a few reviews to do today, so we're going to do this first for people who have court orders to comply with. So if you don't get called, think you should have, go out to the clerk's office, which is to the right, and check in there. If you missed a hearing before, you're not on the docket today, so you got to check in before we'll know you're here and get your warrant withdrawn. All reviews.
Jared Nolan, Kevin R. Bowen Jr., Jeffrey S. Collins, Trevor Hodge, Dana Howard, Regina Hudson, Tracy Jackson, Stephen Lehman, and Stephen Vickers.
Jared Nolan is 24,160. Okay, you paid most of your fine. I'm sure you still owe a little bit, and you've got community service.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, he turned community service, some community service in this morning.
Okay.
He's got more.
All right.
I have $75 left, and then my fines are paid.
Okay. Are you going to pay anything today?
I paid $500 this morning.
Okay. All right. Are you working, sir?
Yes, sir.
So this is going to be Mondays or Fridays. What's best for you?
Fridays.
I'll set your next hearing January 24th of next year, so I'm giving you a couple months. And if you get it done before then, you don't have to show back up for your hearing. That's at 9 a.m. on January 24th. You're going to write it down. There's a form in that basket for you to put the date on, January 24th. Kevin Bowen, Jr.
Yes, sir.
2350,
Yes, sir.
What time did you say it was, sir?
9 a.m. Okay.
But there's also,
This is from OVP. I don't know if this was approved, but they're talking about some community service they did for them. So.
He didn't do it for them, he done it for the facing and the food bank.
Yeah, they take them to the Facing Hunger Food Bank. They go out there every week, so that's where they do that at.
Okay,
And,
that'll be acceptable. Do you have any payment on your fines?
I'm the OVP, so I don't have no way to get money right now.
Okay, well, that's more important. Take care of your sobriety, so we'll focus on that for now.
Thank you, sir.
We'll worry about the fines later. Okay, I'm going to make it December 27th. Turn your phone off, whoever's got the phone going off. December 27th, 9 a.m. is your next hearing. Okay, and we've got some visitors today. If you want to come forward, let's park the seat here. This lady is from Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, and they're doing a research project where if you want to participate, you don't have to, you'll get paid to participate. So I'll let you have the floor and you can explain what's going on.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Maddie Lewis. I'm from Children's Hospital in Columbus. We travel across the state of Ohio working on a study that is looking at strategies to reduce and hopefully prevent fatal overdoses. So we are looking for people to participate in our study who have used illicit stimulants in the past 12 months. Your participation would just look like filling out some surveys and getting some education today. Today's the only day you need to be in person. For about 20 minutes of your time, you receive $25. And then going forward, you fill out surveys through a text or an email link, and you'd also be paid for those. And it's confidential. What you share with us stays with us. No one will know here that you enrolled, and it's voluntary, so it's up to you if you'd like to join, obviously. So my colleague and I will be, if you go up the store to the left and then down that hallway, we'll be back there if you want to see if you're eligible, if you need to update your contact information or anything. So Thank you, and thank you.
You're welcome. So just to reiterate, so this is a research project to try to reduce overdose incidents in the whole state, it's not just for Lawrence County. And if you participate, that's fine. You don't get any credit, and you don't get any discredit if you don't. I won't even know. I will probably get the overall results when they compile all the information, but I won't know who from this court or this area participated, who didn't. They're not going to share individual information with me. So it's totally up to you. Don't think if you have a case or if you have a future case, it's not going to affect it one way or the other, whether you participate or not. But if you do participate, you get some money. So that's always a good thing. All right, so let's continue with our reviews. We got Jeffrey Collins, and he's appearing by teleconference, and he's making payments on his funds. Are you able to make a payment, Mr. Collins?
I will today get paid, it will be sometime this evening, if you don't carry the tape by tomorrow, I don't know what time I get off, so.
Okay, you'll be paying on the website?
Yeah, I make my payment online.
All right, and you prefer Fridays, correct?
Yes, sir, either one don't matter, if I'm able to do it like this, it don't matter, it don't affect my job, so.
Okay, I'm going to set it for December 27th, so that's a Friday, the last Friday court date of the year, at 9 a.m., December 27th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Trevor Hodge, 237879.
Your Honor, Mr. Hodges, he's on his way, he's running late, but he is compliant with services.
Okay. So he is inpatient.
Yes.
Okay, thank you for the report.
Your Honor, I have noticed he was supposed to do some community service. I didn't know it was inpatient treatment, so.
Is he eligible to do any now?
Yes.
Okay, you can get him here for that?
Yes.
All right, we'll expect some in the next time frame, and I'll set his next hearing for December 23rd.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. 9 o'clock, December 23rd. Dana Howard, 24235. Mr. Howard is here. He's turned in some community service in the last month. Can you pay anything on your fines today?
$120 I'll pay today.
Okay, very good. See the clerk to make your payment. Yours is a newer case. I'm going to move you over into January for your next hearing. January 27th. January 27th will be your next hearing. If you get it finished by then, you don't have to come back. That's at 9 a.m., January 27th.
Thank you, sir.
See the clerk to make your payment. Regina Hudson. Regina Hudson is 23581, 231382. She's not here today. She did do a day of community service in the last month, but she will get a warrant for failure to appear today. Casey Jackson, 22510, 22165. It's at RRS.
Your Honor, he's compliant and making very good progress.
Okay, very good. Okay, it's a very good report this session. Sounds like you're making a lot of progress.
Yeah, that's right.
Community service is done. Are you paying anything on your fines?
I can tomorrow.
Okay. Well, you can do extra toward your fines, extra community service, so you got get them taken care of some way, either pay or do extra community service. Good job on your counseling.
All right.
I'll set your next hearing for December 23rd,
All right, thank you.
9 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
Stephen Thomas Lehman.
Yes, sir.
Is 24,440. He's at OBP. Okay, and this letter basically says you completed that OBP, what they had set up for you.
Yep.
So that's good, you just need to pay off your fines. Can you make any payment on toward those today?
150.
That's great. Okay, put you down for that, go to the clerk, see them, and I'll set you out in January. This is your first hearing. No, I'm sorry, this is your second review, but it's still pretty early in the process. So January 27th, if you finish up your fine by then, you don't have to come back. 9 o'clock, January 27th.
Am I able to do community service?
Yes.
I can?
Yeah.
All right, thank
Toward
you.
your fine?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll give you credit for whatever, $50 a day for whatever extra you do.
Okay, because I lost my job because of this. So,
Okay.
thank you.
Stephen Vickers.
Yes, sir.
2414. Okay, you made a payment last month, you still have community service to do.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, if I may, I got a note that Mr. Vickers was ordered on October 11th to have some community service done for his next hearing. He is not in.
Nobody said anything about that. I know last time I was here, I told, I guess it was you, I was working on trying to get my license back, and I go Monday to try to get it so it'll be a little easier. And then hopefully next week, I'm gonna try to do the community service. But I didn't know anything.
You didn't know you were supposed to do community
I
service?
know I had it, but when I mentioned about getting my license back, and that's why I switched my court. Originally, it was on Mondays, Fridays, I was going through classes.
Okay, give me a date when you can be out for community service.
I'm this Monday, so not this week, next week, whatever that day is, I can talk to them. I'll probably do it this Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I'm gonna
that's
try.
the 26th. So Mr. Cooper's got you down for coming out then, so I don't expect you to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Are you paying anything on your fine today?
Yeah, I was gonna pay it off. I didn't know y'all didn't take cards, but I'm gonna pay, I think I got like 35 cash on me. But
Well, you can go to an ATM or you can go back and get online and pay it
yeah, I was
online.
gonna say, she gave me said there's a card I can go and pay it all online.
Okay, I'm gonna set your, I'll set your next hearing December 16th.
Is there a week we do it on Mondays?
That's a Monday.
Okay. Thanks.
December 16th, if you get it finished, you don't have to come back. December 16th, 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Okay, that finishes the reviews. We're going to start the arraignments now. Arraignment is what the first hearing is called on a criminal matter. So we're going to need anyone who's got an arraignment to come in the courtroom now. Come in and have a seat.
You have a court hearing, step in the courtroom.
When your name's called, come up to the table to your right. I'm going to go over the charge with you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. But if you do make statements, it's on the record, so it can be used against you what you say. You have a right to have an attorney. You have a right to have an attorney appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail and to make the state prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are the rights all defendants have. If you enter a guilty or no contest plea, you're waiving your rights. You shouldn't do that. If you are not sure of what's happening, you don't understand what's happening, if you want to talk to a lawyer, or if you want a trial, you should enter a not guilty plea. That's always the safest plea to enter. Call the first arraignment, please.
State of Ohio versus Osmond Quinones, case number TRC 242376.
Okay, and we have, I believe we have a translator provided by the Ohio Supreme Court on the telephone, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, can you state your name for the record, please?
Sure. My name is Alexander, and my ID number is 406450. I'll be the Spanish interpreter today.
Thank you very much. All right, so I'm going to tell Mr. Quinones.
Yeah. So,
So he agrees that's his last name is Mr. Quinones. I'm going to explain his rights to him, if you would translate for me on that. If you would please tell him that he has the right to remain silent.
Oye, señor, usted tiene el derecho a permanecer en silencio.
okay. So,
Anything that he does say can be used against him.
Todo lo que usted diga puede ser utilizado en su contra.
yes, sir.
He has a right to an attorney.
Usted tiene el derecho a tener un abogado.
Yes, sir.
He has a right to have an attorney appointed if he cannot afford one.
Usted tiene el derecho a que se le asigne un abogado si no puede costearse uno.
Okay. Yes, sir.
He has a right to bail.
Usted tiene el derecho a juicio.
Yes, sir.
He has a right to make the state of Ohio prove any charge against him beyond a reasonable doubt.
Usted tiene derecho a ver cualquier evidencia o prueba en contra de usted, más allá de toda duda razonable.
Yes, sir.
Ask him, please, if he understands his rights.
¿Entiende usted sus derechos?
Yes, sir.
So he says he does. So now I'm going to explain to him the charges filed against him. He has a charge that on November 17th, 2024, he was driving a vehicle under the influence of alcohol.
Ahora se le explican sus cargos. En la fecha del 17 de noviembre del 2024, usted estaba conduciendo un vehículo bajo la influencia del alcohol.
Yes, sir.
The state's alleging that he took a breath test and tested 23 on the breath test.
El Estado alega que se tomó una prueba de aliento y que el resultado fue de 23 en esa prueba de aliento.
Yes, sir.
A 23 breath test score is considered a high test score.
Un puntaje de 23 en un examen de aliento se clasifica como una cantidad de puntaje alto ante un examen de aliento.
Yes, sir.
So even though it's a first offense, there is mandatory jail time if he is convicted on this offense.
Señores, a pesar de que es una ofensa de primer nivel, es mandatorio o obligatorio que pase tiempo en la cárcel por esta ofensa.
Yes, sir.
Does he have the money to hire an attorney?
¿Tiene usted el dinero para poder contratar a su propio abogado?
Yes, sir.
So he says he does have the money to hire an attorney. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. Tell him that, please.
Ok, entonces si usted tiene el dinero para su propio abogado, voy a ingresar en este momento una declaración de no culpabilidad.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I will set a date when he will come back to court with his attorney.
Y le voy a dar una fecha de corte cuando se regrese de nuevo a la corte con su abogado.
Yes, sir.
I have an address for him that's out of the area. Could you ask him what his current address is, please?
Tengo una dirección de usted que se encuentra fuera de la zona. ¿Me podría confirmar cuál es su dirección donde vive, por favor?
Yes, sir. Boom. Okay.
Can you get it from his phone?
Yes.
Your son?
Yeah.
Lorena.
Your Honor, it's 44 Lorena Lane,
What cities?
Legacy.
Lesage,
Virginia.
Virginia. Lesage, Virginia.
Okay. Can you copy that down, please? And we'll put it in the file, because it's different than what's on the citation.
Gotcha.
Okay, sir, if you would please tell him I am going to set his next hearing for December 20th and ask him if he can have an attorney by then.
Voy a establecer su próxima fecha de corte para el 20 de diciembre. ¿Cree usted que pueda tener su abogado para ese entonces?
Yes, sir.
You can tell him, since he appeared on his own today, I'm going to let him sign a signature bond of $2,000. As long as he comes to court, he will not have to post that money.
Debido a que ha comparecido, solamente le vamos a poner una fianza por cita de $2,000. Siempre y cuando usted regrese a la corte en tiempo y forma, no tendrá nada que pagar.
Yes, sir.
Sign right there, FedEx.
His next hearing will be December the 20th at 10 a.m.
December 20th.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions, sir?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta, señor?
Sí. No le entendí donde me dice si la fianza la pago ahorita y vengo a corte, o si no vengo a la corte tendré que pagar la fianza. Es lo que, disculpe porque no le entendí.
Sorry, it's just that I didn't understand the part about the bail. It's something that I need to pay right now and then come back to the courts, or I have to pay it if I don't come back to it?
He is promising to come to court when ordered, and if he doesn't come, there is a warrant issued, and when he's arrested, he'll have to pay the $2,000.
Usted estaría saliendo con una promesa de regresar a la corte.
Ajá.
Si usted no regresa a la corte en tiempo y forma, estaría enfrentando una orden de arresto y tendría que pagar la fianza de $2,000.
Ok. Ya entendí. Gracias. Thank you, sir.
So he does not have to post any money now.
No tiene
So December 20th, 10 a.m. is his next hearing. He needs to be here then with his lawyer, unless his lawyer tells him they've made arrangements for a different date and time. He comes in when his lawyer tells him.
Señor, sería el 20 de diciembre a las 10 a.m. Para presentarse aquí con su abogado, a menos que su abogado le comunique que ha hecho algún arreglo para cambiar a una fecha diferente o un horario diferente.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And that is all. He's free to go.
Y esto es todo, ya es libre de irse.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay.
December 20th, 10 o'clock is the next hearing. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Sean Miller, case number TRD 242365.
And sir, you're Sean Miller.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Miller. The state's alleging that on November the 18th at 10 a.m. in Perry Township, you were driving with a suspended license. And it appears this is a first-degree misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
You understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir.
Are you working?
No, I have an interview today, so I hope that works out though.
I'll appoint Mr. Stratton to represent you.
I'm fine.
All right, Mr. Stratton, on the face of it, I think this is an unclassified misdemeanor, but because he's got some prior convictions, I think that elevates to a jailable offense.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm entering a not guilty plea for him. He can sign a $1,000 signature
I
bond.
have that paper there. Sign right there.
And I am setting the, probably, the 20th of December or after. What's good for your schedule?
That's fine.
Any of those times?
Any of those days.
No, it's morning.
Let's make it the 23rd, December 23rd.
Okay.
Your Honor, I don't know if it matters, but Mr. Miller had an arraignment last week also, and Mr. Morford's his attorney on that case.
Oh, okay.
And he has a court date for it also.
What's the date of that?
20th.
That's on the 20th, Your Honor.
Okay, let's set this for the 20th, and I'll appoint Mr. Morford then.
Okay.
To keep it consistent. Mr. Morford is scheduled to be here today, but I don't think he's here yet, so you probably should stick around and talk to him.
Okay. We already did.
December 20th will be your next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
So just hang out. He's not here yet.
Is that in here? Can I wait outside?
Yeah, just wait.
Just wait in here. He'll be in here shortly.
State of Ohio versus Shelley Clay, case number CRB 24162. Mr. Roger Smith's case.
All right, you're Shelley Clay, and this is Mr. Smith's case. We need him in the courtroom, please. Okay, Mr. Smith, this is your client, Shelley Clay, is that correct?
Oh, yes, sir.
And it's alleged she missed a pretrial August the 9th, and a warrant's been outstanding since then, so she's here today. I'm sure you don't have your file. You want to look at the court's file.
If I could borrow
Let the bailiff know when you're ready to have a recall,
Thank you, Judge.
and then we'll proceed from there.
State of Ohio versus Garrett L. Hosey, case number TRD 24742, TRD 231844.
All right, this is Garrett Posey. He was supposed to be here Friday. I think he came late. He's turned himself in to Southern Hope since then, right?
Yesterday,
I'm sorry.
at about 4 p.m., well, 3 p.m.
Well, his attorney is Mr. Tyler Smith. He's not here yet, so we'll recall it once he gets here. So I think, congratulate you on deciding to go into treatment, but we'll need to get your attorney on board. So once he gets here, we'll recall him.
Thank you, Ron.
Y'all are ready to go on County Jail.
Okay, we have some hearings at the jail by teleconference. We're going to do those now.
State of Ohio versus Joe D. Bowles II, case number CRA 24738, CRB 24744.
Sir, are you Joe Bowles II?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me okay, Mr. Bowles?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bowles, I'm Judge Capper. This is an arraignment hearing for you. And there's two case numbers. 24738 and 24744. Okay, 738 was actually on a Rule 4 hearing. You were supposed to go to Pike County.
Yes, sir.
They haven't picked you up?
No, sir.
Okay. Do we have the jailer that's listening in? I wonder if they were notified. Okay, thank you. No, so he's been sentenced, so. This was, good morning, we're trying to figure out, he had signed a waiver of a Rule 4. Pike County had until this morning to come pick him up, and they haven't done that. It was on some sort of, it was out of the county court there, the warrant, and it doesn't really say, oh, probation violation, so it says. It's from a 2018 case. So I was just checking with the jailer to see, make sure they were notified that he was here and available to be picked up.
So, did you find that out?
I'm waiting on the jailer to tell me. He was going to look at the record. He was sentenced here on an obstruction. He pled guilty to that, looks like, and got sentenced on the 18th.
What was this? Who is it, first of all? What's his name?
Joe Bowles.
Okay.
B-O-L-E-S.
Is that what he had, he was going to do a few more days in jail to,
He had a 10-day jail sentence, 5 suspended,
Yeah.
and then it came back up for review hearing today. I was going to let him go ahead and go on up to Pike County, but they haven't come to pick him up.
I don't have an opposition to that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, what I'm going to do, Mr. Bowles, since they haven't come pick you up, I'm going to release you from the court's holder here, and I'll set a review hearing for you. The only thing you still have left to do for this court is pay your fine and court costs.
Yes, sir.
So we'll go out, I'm going to set it out in May 23rd. Next year. You got till then to pay off your final court costs. If you haven't done it by then, you got to show up for a review hearing. If you don't show up for your review hearing, then you can go back to jail because you get a warrant for not showing up and not paying. But as long as you pay it, you don't even have to show up. That's just a hearing to make sure you do pay off your final court costs. If you need more time, you got to show up and ask for more time. Otherwise, you'll get a warrant for not appearing.
Okay, sir.
And if you forget, that's not an excuse. Forgetting is not an excuse. It's one that I get all the time, but it's not an excuse because there's actually phones here at the court in Chesapeake, and you can call, or if you have access to a smartphone, which everybody does. Do you have a smartphone?
No, I have a job, sir. I'll have paid off.
Okay. I'm just telling you, no excuses. Get it done by May 23rd, and you can always check. There's ways to check when your date is. You can go online and look at the court's website. It'll tell you your case and when your next hearing date is. Or you can call the clerks, and they'll tell you. Okay, you're going to get out of jail today because Pike County didn't come and get you. Now, they may still try to get you arrested on this warrant, but I'm not going to hold you anymore. So if I were you, I would go up there myself and take care of it so that you don't get picked up anymore.
I will, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
just to confirm, that you guys have a copy of the record on his record, not for what,
Okay, well, maybe they don't want to go that far to pick him up, so I'm going to release him today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for checking on that.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Charlene Johnson, case number CRB 24749.
All right, this is Charlene Johnson. Is that you, ma'am?
Yes.
I'm Judge Capper. This is an arraignment for you. It's alleged that on November the 14th, you tried to take property from Dollar General store without paying for it. That's a theft offense, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. You understand?
No, incorrect.
Okay, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you then. And you have a job? Do you have any money that you can hire a lawyer with?
I don't need a lawyer.
I think you do. So I'm going to appoint Mr. Steyer to represent you. Oh, he's not? Is he not scheduled? All right, I'll appoint Mr. Stratton. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer. He's going to call down and talk to you. And then maybe we'll have you back after that happens.
Yes.
Approach, please. Okay. Okay. Your lawyer will call down, talk to you, and then we'll have you back on teleconference after that happens.
State of Ohio versus Robert Quinsell, or Quinsell Jr., case number CRA 24748.
Sir, you, Robert, is it Quinsell or Quinsell? How do you pronounce your last name?
Sir.
Quinsell? You hear me okay, Mr. Quinsell?
Yes, sir.
This is what's called your arraignment. You're appearing in the court today on a monitor in the courtroom. It's all being recorded, what you say. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. There's an allegation there's a warrant for you in a different jurisdiction, but within Ohio. It's alleged that the Common Pleas Court in Ross County, Ohio, that's Chillicothe is county seat, issued a warrant for you, and they're asking that you be sent to that court on this warrant. So you have a right, it's kind of like an extradition, but within the state. If you are in a county that doesn't touch the county that says you have a warrant, then you have a right to a hearing to make sure we're not sending the wrong person to that county against their will. So you can have a lawyer, you can have a hearing about it, and I can decide whether you should be sent to Ross County. It's not whether you did or didn't do what they alleged. And it says the reason they have a warrant out for you is because you failed to appear for a hearing set in that court. And it looks like it was some sort of domestic relations. I'm just looking at the case number. It's a DR case number. That usually means domestic relations. So, do you understand the proceedings, sir?
Yeah, sure. It's supposed to be a warrant for not showing up at child support.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. That's who, the domestic relations court's who would handle child support hearings. So, if you didn't show up, they may have issued, looks like they did issue a warrant for your arrest. So that's what's going on. You have a right to have a hearing here for me to decide, should I send you to Ross County or not? It's not going to be, I'm not going to set your child support or decide whether you did or didn't pay child support. I'm only going to decide, does Ross County have a good reason to ask for you to be sent there? And you can have an attorney at that hearing. Do you want to have a hearing about that? Or do you want to agree to go to Ross County?
I agree to go to Ross County.
Okay, so I'm going to send a waiver down for you to say, I'm agreeing to go to Ross County. I'm going to set a bond for you. They say a lot of times they say no bond, but they say they're okay with $1,000 bond. So I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. So the way that works, if you've got $1,000 laying around that you want to post with the court, as long as you post that, I'm going to let you out and order you to go turn yourself in. Then when you do turn yourself in, the $1,000 here will be released and you can get it back. Or, here's the other option, which most people use, I'll let you use a bail bondsman. They're guaranteeing your appearance, you pay them a fee, but you lose the fee that they charge you. But then if you show up there, your bond here will be released. Do you want to try to post bond yourself, or do you want me just to tell Ross County, come get him, and I'll give them a time frame in which they have to come pick you up?
The only ones I knew for trial was these two.
But that's going to mean you're going to sit in jail until they come pick you up.
Right. The bond, is it just $1,000 or is it a currency?
It's $1,000 cash or surety. So if you got $1,000 cash, you can post it, or you can use a bail bondsman. From my experience, that's going to cost you roughly $150 that you lose. But
I can post bond today, sir.
Okay, so you want to talk to a bail bondsman?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $1,000. I'm going to say it's got to be posted by today at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So we'll let the bail bondsman, Mr. Sowers, if you can use any bail bondsman you want that's approved by the court. He does 95% of the bonds here, if not more. And if we text him and let him know you want to post a bond, he'll get in touch with you right away. We know that from past experience. So I'm going to say you're going to post it by 3 o'clock today, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to, today's the 22nd. And I'm going to order that you turn yourself in by Wednesday. So that's the 27th. So I'm going to give you till 8 o'clock Wednesday morning to turn yourself in up in Ross County. If you post bond. Or here's the alternative. If you can't do that, you got to show up here in this court, because we're going to have court on Wednesday the 27th. Before Thanksgiving, we won't be open on Friday. Usually we have court on Fridays, but Friday's a holiday. So court will be on Wednesday the 27th. You got to show up here on the 27th at 10 a.m. Explain to me why you didn't turn yourself in Ross County and be subject maybe going back to jail. And if you don't do either, if you just blow it off, then the bail bondsman is going to be hunting you down because he doesn't want to pay $1,000 to the court. And he very rarely does pay it. He almost always gets his people. So you're going to turn yourself in Ross County before Wednesday?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Cooper, are you texting Mr. Sowers? Okay. All right, we've already let him know that you want to post a bond, so you should hear from him shortly.
Okay. It would be my wife doing that bond, if that's okay.
Do you have a phone number you want Mr. Sowers to call?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Hold on just a second. We'll get that phone number and text it to him. What's the phone number?
740-727-9536. And her name is Letitia.
Letitia Quinzel.
She didn't keep my last name, Miss Journey.
What's her last name?
Journey.
Journey. Letitia Journey. Okay, we'll pass that information on to Mr. Sowers, and he's pretty good about following up. So you understand what you got to do. You got to turn yourself in at Ross County by next Wednesday morning at 8, or show up here at 10 a.m. and explain why you didn't do it. Here at the court in Chesapeake. You know where the court is?
Yes, sir.
Any questions, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, good luck. Take care of business.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Charlene Johnson in the Ross County Jail, case number CRB 24749.
May we approach, Your Honor?
Yes. So how do you want to? She's got a traffic license. This is not good. But not long. It's not, it's shopping. Okay. All right, Ms. Johnson, I know you talked to your lawyer, Mr. Stratton, and he's argued for you to get a signature bond, which the state's agreeing to. So I'm going to let you sign a signature bond. What that means is you're just promising to come to court when you're ordered to, and on pain of paying $1,000 if you don't show up, plus the worst part is you get a warrant. You get a warrant for your arrest, and then when you're arrested, you're required to pay $1,000 as a penalty. But just come to court, you won't have to post the money, and then we're going to set a date for you to come back. And do you have good contact information?
Your Honor, I forgot to get that on the phone, so if she can give me a phone number.
Do you have contact information for your lawyer, how he can get in touch with you, ma'am?
Can I call him? I don't have a number right now.
Yeah, I'll call back up to the jail, make sure she has my number.
Okay, he's going to call you back and talk to you before you get released. I'm going to let you out today on your signature, and then we're going to come back to court on the 20th, I believe is what we've been saying. December 20th, so the Friday before Christmas. You got to come to the court. I know you're from Charleston, so the court is in Chesapeake, so one good thing is it's a lot closer to Charleston where you are now, 20 minutes closer. But it's just over the downtown bridge from Huntington, and look up the court and you Google it, get the address and get here on December the 20th for pre-trial at 10 o'clock. If you don't show up, you get a warrant issued.
Okay.
And Mr. Stratton's going to call down and talk to you here again in just a few minutes.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
When don't mind read?
Okay, that finishes that in jail. Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Clayton Mayhem, case number CRB 24745, CRB 24746, and CRA 24750 A and B. Clayton Mayhem.
Clayton Mayhem, this is set for arraignment. And he was summoned Well, it's not set for till Monday. It's set for November 25th, so that's probably why he's not here. It'll be passed till Monday.
Ready to start pretrial, Your Honor. State of Ohio versus Shelley Clay, case number CRB 24-162. Shelley Clay.
Shelley Clay, come into court. Everybody that's got pretrials needs to be in the courtroom now.
Get pre-trial. Get in the courtroom, please. Get pre-trial. Get in the courtroom.
Does this ever happen in Cabot County?
Not that
I
I've
don't
seen.
know why it happens here all the
It
time. I
does not.
practice in other courts, and I never see where the defendants sit in the hall and wait on the judge to come, please come into the courtroom. It never happens.
He told me to
Okay,
wait out
ma'am.
there.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
making a comment. I don't need a response
All
from you.
right, sorry.
Anybody that's got a case, they need to be in the courtroom. Lawyers, tell your clients, get in the courtroom. Yeah.
I've spoken with her. This is on a situation. She was not here in August for a pretrial. She turned herself in today. She found out from, was a cousin, somebody? Told her she had a warrant. She had been in Belmont. Apparently she didn't get the letter that I'd sent out because she's been out of pocket, but she's here today, Judge. I would ask it be put back on the docket. I understand she'll have to pay the warrant fee, but I don't think it was intentional when she's turned herself in.
Mr. Hill.
We're okay if another date is set, Your Honor.
Okay, it was set for a trial at one point, and then they got changed to a pretrial, so.
It was a family situation, so we're hoping we could resolve it. I still think we might be able to.
Okay, December 20th.
I'm here.
December 20th will be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
You still have the same phone number?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
State of
Thank
Ohio
you, Judge.
versus Kirtland Hampton, case number CRB 24717. Kirtland Hampton.
It's Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial.
It is, Judge. Judge, this is our first pretrial. I'd like to say this for another pretrial. I think there might be some evidentiary issues in this case, and I thought we were going to dismiss with cost, but that doesn't seem to be the offer from the state, so if we could come back for another second pretrial.
Okay, well, do we have any time issues? This is a fourth degree misdemeanor.
Well, we will, yeah. So we'll waive time.
Okay, defendant waives time.
We'll talk about it if we come back. Yes, Judge.
So we're looking at the 20th or after.
I could do 20, 23, or 30 of December.
Let's do the 23rd.
I could do that.
December 23rd will be the next hearing. It'll be a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Jason J. McDonald, case number PRC 222574, A, B, C, D, and E.
It's Mr. Smith's case.
It is, Judge.
Set for pretrial.
I got it back in Sam, application straightened out. I signed all the papers that they need to contact the board.
Did you perhaps get a report from Hodgson, Judge?
I have not.
He says he signed a release, he's got his medication straightened out. When did you go? How recent has it been?
Well, in my experience with them, we have to call them to make sure what day you want it. So let's try to get one today. Let's have somebody call them.
Call your contact up there till we get that today. You get it, I'll find you, I'll have them fax it here. Yeah, go ahead and start working on it.
State of Ohio versus Tanya Prosser, case number CRB 24369. Tanya Prosser.
This is Mr. Smith's case. My notes were this was going to be dismissed if there was no further problems.
Yes, that's from August 23rd, Judge. I don't know, have you paid the court costs?
I did not have to.
Yes. Let's be dismissed upon payment of costs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How soon can you pay the costs?
Do you need more time?
Yeah, I didn't know I had to pay the
Judge.
cost. I thought I just had to have my counselor send verification that I was in therapy.
I do have that.
Okay. Can you say like a month?
December 23rd?
Yeah, sure.
December 23rd will be the next hearing. She does not have to appear if she's paid the cost by then.
So you if you pay the cost, then you have to show up. But if you don't pay, you have to be here that day.
Okay.
Yes. Just pay, you have to come back.
State of Ohio versus Misty D. Shaver, case number TRC 173465, ABCDD.
This is Mr. Smith's case, pre-trial.
This one here? Oh, that's too crazy.
Judge, there's going to be a change of plea. Guilty. This is a case that goes back to 2017. She was in Mississippi. In fact, the truth is here, was here, and we weren't sure she showed up. So based upon the drug test results, which I got today, there will be a change of plea to guilty.
Okay. Is that correct, Ms. Shaver?
Yes.
You have a right to make a statement.
I was not in a very good place at that time. Since then, I have went to rehab. Yes, I did fail this last drug test for THC, but I have got my life together. I have not been in any trouble. I work full-time. I have no problem paying my fines off and going to DUI school. I am trying to get my life back together.
And we drug Trooper Moore out of retirement, right?
In fact, she says she's gonna re-enlist.
We were hoping she didn't show up
Well, I
today.
understand they could use your help. It's hard to find troopers now, I think.
My plan was she wouldn't show up, but she showed up. So.
No, like I said, I have no problem. I am not that same person anymore.
Your Honor, back in 2017, we had the results of the drug screen, and it was she was positive for methamphetamine back then, and hopefully she's...
Well, she did a screen here last month in October, and she was positive for THC. That was the only thing that she was positive for. So, no, the two biggies nowadays in our community are methamphetamine and fentanyl, and she was negative for both.
And honestly, I told her as soon as you guys said you were drug testing me, I told her, I said, I am going to fail for THC. I said, I have been eating gummies for pain. I said, I am going to fail for THC and nothing else.
Okay. Anything else the state has on sentencing?
No, Your Honor, we'd be okay with her attending the 3-day driving school in lieu of imposition of jail sentence. We'd ask for a suspended jail sentence and 6-month driver's license suspension, which I guess Well, it would commence today.
Yes, she hasn't had she did not get an automatic license.
She did not.
suspension,
My license was already, I'm going to be truthful, my license was already suspended at that time.
so, okay, well, you're going to get a suspension for this one because once it hits.
I understand, I've already got a ride arranged back and forth to work, and I've been doing it since it started, so. Yeah, yes, I have moved back up here, I moved back up to the area in April, and I live over in West Virginia.
Okay, and you have a West Virginia driver's license? then?
No, I do not.
Oh, you don't.
I've got almost all my fines paid off, but now I'm sure I'm going to have more, so.
It sounds like she's under suspension as we speak, still under suspension?
Yes, I am still under suspension.
Okay.
One day.
So
at a
the
time.
A case is the ODI, what other is there? Because I'm not showing it. Okay, there was qualification and driving under suspension also. And I should have put distance ahead. There was a wreck in this.
And there's the way registration.
So it's like, now I know it's probably going to be difficult, but we had another person's vehicle was damaged in this wreck. So I'm wondering if we shouldn't try to get a hold of them and see if they had any restitution that we can take care of.
Yeah, we can do that, Your Honor, if we have
And it was a
information.
just to make it more complicated, was a West Virginia resident, not a Ohio resident. But you are local now, ma'am?
Yes, I live in Barbersville.
Okay.
Actually, it's technically Lesage.
So what I'm going to do, I know this case is old, so it may be difficult to get a hold of them, but I think it's important to try to get a hold of the other party and see if their damages were taken care of. Did you have insurance at the time this happened?
I don't, at that time, I was under mental duress, and I don't even know why I was in the state of Ohio. I remember her coming off the on-ramp, I remember the accident, and the next thing I remember is my boyfriend at the time picking me up from the state patrol barracks. After that, I don't remember getting in the car, I don't remember the trip back home, nothing.
Was it your vehicle or somebody else?
It was my vehicle.
Okay. All right, let's set the sentencing out, say a month or so the state can try to get a hold of the other party.
Well, Jasmine's going to try to call right now if you want to.
We can recall it later if you want to wait.
Oh, sure, I'm going to be here, I've got several cases.
All the information, we'll recall it, see if we can get a hold of the other party to see what their claim is about restitution. So we recall it for sentencing later.
State of Ohio versus Amy Slaughter, case number CRB 24-531. Amy Slaughter.
I just tried it. I just tried it.
Mr. Smith's case,
I've got Amy's.
set for pretrial, but my notes were it was either going to be a plea or set for trial today.
And, Your Honor, we thought it was a trial originally, and we actually had a couple people subpoenaed who were apparently, when we just called them a little bit ago when we realized it was not set for a trial, they were prepared. Oh, different cases.
That's a different case.
Different. A lot of cases. So our offer previously, we would renew that offer, was 30 days in jail with 25 days suspended if she would have pleaded guilty.
Judge, I think what we were doing is also see if they would show up today, because she doesn't think they want to prosecute it, so I'm inclined to set it for a trial. And that was kind of the purpose today, see if they showed up.
Okay, that's right. We have them subpoenaed for noon today.
Okay.
Be a
We'll
recall.
at noon.
Sit tight.
Your Honor, we could recall the OVI case if it's
Okay,
confidential.
Misty Schaefer, that was quick.
It's
Misty Schaefer, come into court. Okay, we'll call it later in the docket.
Restroom, Judge. Sorry.
State of Ohio versus William R. Turner, case number CRB 24653.
Mr. Smith's case, after
It is, Judge. The state is in the process of answering discovery. I should have the answers today. I'd like to have another pre-trial. I'm going to have Mr. Turner come to my office Tuesday. Based upon the state's representation, they will have discovery response today.
do you have a preference as to the next pre-trial date?
Judge, I'm here the 20th, 23rd, or 30th
To
of
the
this month.
20th? That's a Friday. December 20th, for a pre-trial at 10 o'clock.
And we're also requesting a protection order. We have one prepared here, Your Honor.
Any problem with the protection order to stay away from Austin Rude?
There's 3 people, actually. We have Christopher Hatton and Dakota Chapman as well.
Judge, did you say the 23rd? I'm sorry. 20th, okay.
What about the protection order, Mr. Smith?
You don't know these kids, do you? You no problem staying away from them, right?
As long as they stay off the property.
Austin Rude,
He's going to execute the protection order, Judge. He doesn't know these individuals. There should not be any contact.
okay, next hearing is going to be December 20th at 10 o'clock. Protection orders are issued as to all complaining parties.
Not yet.
State of Ohio versus David A. Banks, case number TRC 241921, ABC and D, CRB 24597.
See you in a minute.
This is Mr. Smith's case after pretrial.
It is, Judge. I received discovery back on this. I anticipate a motion being filed. This is an alleged crash, and he was not arrested on the scene, but sometime later, so I think there's some evidentiary issues. Wouldn't mind doing a pretrial on the motion, however you want to handle that.
Okay, when can you have your motion filed?
I'd say, well, the holiday probably, you give me 10 days, that'd be, or 2 weeks.
Okay, let's make it, so 2 weeks is the 6th.
Yes, sir. I'm here by then.
Defendant will file a motion by then. Set it for a pretrial on the 20th.
Yes, Judge, I'm here.
Pretrials on the motion. Now, I read a case again recently that says these shotgun motions are just everything that you went to a seminar about. The only thing the state has to respond to then is in a very general way.
Sure.
But if you got something very specific, like I look at the evidence and here's the problem, there's a problem with this specific thing, that's what we need to know, and we have a hearing on that, not every possible defense that's known under the sun.
It will be specific, Judge. I think there's a time issue. It will be specific.
All right, December 20th, 10 o'clock for pretrial motion.
We also need a time waiver too. Time waiver.
Oh, well, I'm fooling. Yes, we'll waive time.
State of Ohio recalls Misty Shaver, case number TRC 173465, A, B, C, D, and E.
This is a recall on the issue of restitution.
Okay. So, Your Honor, we attempted a telephone call, and the number is no longer good. So we could either reset it, we can send something in the mail.
Yeah, I would.
That's fine.
Go approximately a month out then to give you time to try to get in touch with the other party. Probably have to be by mail. And said December 23rd.
Be fine, Judge.
December 23rd, it'll be a sentencing hearing then that day at 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus William R. Turner, case number CRB 24653. William R. Turner.
We just do that one?
Yeah, we've already set that for
Yes.
December 20th.
Yeah, he's with the protection order.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Tracy J. McDonald, case number PRD 222574, A, B, C, D, and E.
Your Honor, because they're calling. Okay.
I didn't really get a whole lot of information. His last screen was 9/5, and I said, is he compliant with services? And she said hit and miss.
Okay. Well, let's do a urine screen today.
If you do the screen, come back in court.
State of Ohio versus Rodney Miller, case number CRA 24709. This is Mr. Vital's case.
Sure, Your Honor, still no.
All right, so I'll enter appearance for Mr. Vital on this. This is set for preliminary hearing and pre-trial.
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke to Mr. Heald about this matter. We'd filed discovery a week or so ago. State hasn't responded yet, but they're in the process of responding. If we can reset it maybe for December 13th for motions, and Mr. Heald indicated he'll have the discovery to me and the companion case out of the same incident, Ms. Van Horn, who's also on the docket here today.
State of Ohio versus Melissa Van Horn, case number CRB 24708.
That's his spouse, Your Honor.
Okay, you're representing her also.
Yes, Your Honor, same incident. If we could move them both to the 13th for motions?
And the state's wanting to keep this case here, or, because there is a felony on this one case.
We're willing to consider doing that, and will, in all likelihood, agree to do that, depending on if there's a compromise of some sort. But we'll need a time waiver. I gave you.
Yes, and yeah, I have that here. That's what I was filling out.
Okay, so there's going to be a time waiver and agreement that both matters be set for the 13th. That's going to be a pretrial?
Yeah, pretrial motion
You'll
document.
have a motion filed by then?
Yes, Your Honor, provided I have received the discovery.
Okay, I'll put it down as a pretrial on motion.
And you'll understand that you'll be waiving time. The state has a certain amount of time they have to prosecute, but we need the waiver. So you agreeable to that? Yes.
Yes.
All right, next hearing will be December the 13th at 10 o'clock for pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Sean Cooper, case number TRC 242141, A and B. Sean Cooper.
Sean Cooper is Mr. Stratton's case set for pretrial.
I have not seen him this morning.
He was at a place in Charleston.
Yeah.
Crescent Counseling.
Did you get a letter from Crescent Counseling?
I did, but I'm not sure if it was.
We were here on 11/12.
Oh, they were jurisdiction.
Didn't see this. So you got your assessment done?
Yeah, and I got I paid my fine, $475 that came through, and I sent my insurance in.
Okay.
Hey, Sean.
Is that acceptable, Your Honor?
It appears to be. I mean, this is a first offense, so
yeah.
I don't know how he wants to proceed.
Your Honor, we'll set it for another pretrial. We'll resolve at that next pretrial, and then we'll see what we can do with the treatment.
I think I get these all the time. It's an undated letter, so it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like it was filed with the court on the 12th of November, so that was the time of the last pretrial, so I don't think I've gotten one updated since then.
Is that from the place?
So we'll probably need a new letter issued at some point for the next one.
She wrote it like the day before.
Okay. Just make sure next time we have a new letter. And the best thing to do is for you to get a copy of the two. Okay. Wait.
December 23rd?
Yes, that's right. Good Christmas present.
State of Ohio versus Alexander Jones, case number CRB 24383.
This is a pre-trial today, this is Mr. Stratton's case.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's been at RRS.
Things going good? The other's report coming. Just one second. Sort of a mixed bag there a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this, it says 4 times in a row you scheduled transport, and then when they showed up to transport, you weren't there. Any explanation for that?
Oversight.
Well, I guess that's an explanation, it's just not a good one. What's the state's position?
Well, we'd like for him to do better. And we're willing, as long as the agency is willing to continue with him.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll continue to work with him.
December 23rd?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's get a better report next month.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Christopher McBride, case number CRB 24379, CRB 24494.
So you're supposed to be dismissing DD today as a cause, correct? Okay. All right.
My notes for this was a case that would be dismissed if the cost were paid, there was no further problems, at least as to 24379. And there's also another case, 24494.
There was some discussion about possibly dismissing both of them, Your Honor. I think the prosecution is only agreeing to dismiss one of them, the DV, with payment of costs. As for the assault case, we'll set that for trial.
Go for it. Okay. So that's 24494. We'll set that matter for a trial. Is he able to pay the costs on 24379?
Yeah.
Not today, but I could do
They
it on
still
the
want to
3rd.
dismiss it?
Your Honor.
On the 3rd.
On the 3rd, he could do it. So if we set both of them for that trial date, he'll have that paid on the trial date.
3rd.
Yeah, it'll be paid by the next one.
December 3rd is not a court date.
Well, that's when he's able to pay.
No, that's when I get my disability check.
Your Honor, Mr. Hill, who is the alleged victim on the assault, has told us that he would not be able to make it. He needs at least 3 weeks' notice in order to get off of work to come to the trial.
Okay, well, we'll probably set it all out, so that should be, okay, so let's set it for December 23rd
Yeah.
for trial at noon.
About noon. We'll just set the DV at noon too.
Okay, we'll set the 24379, so unless things change, it will be dismissed then if he pays the cost.
Yes.
And that'll be at noon also, so both are set at noon. Only one's going to trial.
State of Ohio versus Don Rice III, case number CRB 24639.
Your Honor, this case is already set for a trial in December. But we set it today because the prosecutor wanted to set it with some other cases.
There are other cases that we know who those people are. Victoria Horde, is set for today.
We need to call the other cases that are
No,
related.
they're not even set for today. I was thinking that we tried to get them all on the same day since there's various people that are witnesses or defendants or victims in all the cases. I don't know whether there might need to be a special prosecutor because there's so many different people involved that are part of both cases. Now,
It doesn't have to be with you. Just 1 second.
This is 24639. What's on the document? Okay. What are you want to set these for another pretrial on the same day?
yes.
Yeah, I don't know what that date is.
Well, we're looking for the
Okay,
other
the
cases.
other
We need to
people-
get all the other cases.
Okay, Victoria Horde and Melinda Rice, I believe. they're set-
Victoria, what was the last name?
Horde, H-O-R-D, and Melinda Rice, and they're set for December 6th. Are they both defendants?
Yes.
I believe they're both on 12/6.
And is that those for pretrials?
Yes.
You want to move this one to the 6th?
Yeah, we can move this to 6.
All right, Mr. Rice, Don A. Rice, 24639 is continued for another pretrial, December the 6th at 10 o'clock.
Hopefully we get all these up.
State of Ohio versus Michael L. Tilly Jr., case number CRB 24437.
Hey, Mike.
Mr. Stratton's case, Michael Tiller. Pretrial.
He's at it.
So we have a report from Muhammad.
Is there a report in the file, Your Honor, for today?
There is not. Pat?
I did do path, as they said, I'm gonna be doing
Yeah, I made it on the outside of the file, and on Pat, but I don't have a report.
Okay.
I believe he ended up, well, I could be wrong. I thought Mahajan had something to do with it, but maybe not.
Your Honor.
There was, early on, there was some mention of Mahajan, but I think my last notation was he was going to go to Pat.
Your Honor, let's recall it. We'll just see where there's a letter from Pat at.
Okay, think you can get one.
Yeah. that was
All right,
okay.
we'll recall this later in the night.
State of Ohio versus Christopher Wine Miller, case number CRB 24728, A and B.
Hey, Chris.
Mr. Surratt's case, pre-trial.
Drug with 13-year-old into safe for 6 months, just goes.
So she went and got another protection order.
Yeah, it's just dirty, man. They're in Florida.
Your Honor, it appears, we were here on the 12th, on the 12th for the arraignment on this. This was where the court issued a protection order for mother and baby.
Yes.
But not for the 13-year-old, as part of the agreement in this court. Apparently, the alleged victim went and got a protection order for the 13-year-old that we had discussed in court, which is kind of aggravating, because she agreed that he could have contact with the 13-year-old. And that's now in domestic court. So
That's a different person, though, isn't it? Different.
it is, but it was something.
That's not part of this case.
No, it's not part of this case, but it was discussed, Mr. Peel. Your Honor, I don't think Mr. Weinmiller is going to, he doesn't agree to any plea in this case. I think we just need to set up a trial.
Okay. We'll do that. The 20th, at noon?
What day you say?
20th.
20th? Yes.
December 20th for trial at noon.
State of Ohio recalls Tracy McDonald, case number CRC 222574, A, B, C, D, and C.
Okay, this is acceptable to me. If he will pay, I'm showing he's got a $50 balance. If he'll pay that, the case will be closed.
I can't pay it today. I've been down with pneumonia, but I can't get it paid.
Okay, a month?
Yeah, something just,
Okay, let's put it off till the 23rd. If you pay it before then, you don't have to come back. It'll be dismissed.
Thank you, Judge.
So payment of the balance, it'll be probably a court cost. It'll be dismissed.
thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Garrett Hosey, case number TRD 24742, TRD 231844.
This is Mr. Tyler Smith's case. Mr. Hosey is here. He turned himself in, so
Yes, Your Honor, he was scheduled for Monday. He did arrive Monday shortly after the court adjourned, and so we instructed him to come back for today. And I believe that he, in the meantime, I told him that he needs to go get assessed and get into treatment, and I believe he has now, so. Do you have a copy, Your Honor?
I do.
Okay.
So, is he gonna be looking for work, or how is it?
Well, he hasn't even been assessed yet, so
Okay.
it'll be determined what level of care he's at, and then that will determine when he's eligible to go back to work. As soon as we leave here, I'm taking him back to be assessed.
All right, so why don't we come back fairly quickly so we know where he is and his department?
That's fine, Connor.
Is that agreeable with everyone?
Yes.
Your Honor, has the underlying charge been resolved, or is it pending?
It was set for sentencing on 24/7/42. I think they were both set for sentencing, is my understanding. They're TRD cases, so.
Yeah.
no license, and driving under suspension. Those are the two cases. So just, we'll
Continue it.
continue it, let it go to treatment.
I think that would be best, Your Honor.
Come back,
I do have a question, Your Honor.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ask me.
Okay. My question is, how can I get these charges dropped?
You've already pled to.
I can't,
Nah,
so I do have time.
nah, I'll talk to you about that later. I'll explain to you, Your Honor.
okay, December 9th.
Yes.
Next hearing is December 9th for sentencing.
Am I going to jail?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Michael Tilley Jr., case number CRB 24437. Mr. Stratton, witness here at the court.
Okay, we did get a report. Okay.
Stratton's case.
Mr. Stratton?
Sorry, Your Honor.
We did get a report from TAF. Basically just says he did an assessment on the 18th and they're recommending some services, which I guess he's on. He's doing that and they're on bonus.
Okay. So we'll just see how he does in those services.
Yeah, just monitor.
Yeah.
23rd for pretrial.
Yes.
Okay, continue on with your treatment, Mr. Till.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it, sir.
Have a good day. State of Ohio versus Gilmer Pavlos, case number CRB 24484.
My notes were 90 days with costs, with no penalty card, if there's no further problems, and the costs have been paid.
That's my understanding as well, Your Honor.
There have been no issues, Your Honor.
Case is dismissed.
State of Ohio versus McCallan Wells, case number CRB 24657, A and B.
Your Honor, there's a companion case, Trenton Wells.
Okay, the Trenton will also see how the order, Mr. Martin.
Your Honor, there was some mix-up this morning on Trenton Wells, and the cases out there was set for a different date than today. It was set for today, and then they changed it to a different date, but it should be out there.
Okay.
Vivian should know about it.
I have a report on Trenton Wells also from Bethesda. Okay, both the reports are good. How the defendants and state want to go forward?
Your Honor, this is a matter in which, first and foremost, we want these individuals to have an opportunity to get their children back in their custody. That's really a big part of this. They're involved in children's services.
So there's a case there also?
There's a case there, and this is not one in which we're going to be willing to just dismiss everything if they're successful in treatment. We would propose, and they both have 2 endangering children charges, and Mr. Wells has an OVI charge. And if they were to go ahead and plead guilty today, we would recommend a suspended jail sentence, so they don't have to worry, unless they really mess up, that we would not ask for them to be put in jail at this time. But we want them to continue as part of their probation to complete their case plan, get their kids back, get their lives on track. So we would propose that we do that today.
Judge, I believe we're going to have a change of plea from Mr. Wells.
The same with Mr. Wells.
So it sounds like both defendants are agreeable to what the state proposed.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, and they were just in court this past week, Judge. They are following a case plan, and we really didn't do much there because it didn't want to prejudice this case, in case we weren't able to resolve it. But they do have a case plan, and are working it, and plan to take advantage of the opportunity extended by the state.
I see that Kaylin has a bond up. Mr. Sowers, what about Mr. Wells? Does he have a bond?
No, Your Honor.
He does not. Well, I would go ahead and sentence him, but I would prefer to let hers pen because she's got a bond up, and if she decides to skip out, I don't think that's going to happen. But if she does, then I got a way to get her back quick with the bail bonds.
So do you want to delay sentencing for her, or do you want?
Delay sentencing on her because
That's fine.
she has a bond up. Just let her continue with her treatment. I'll sentence her down the road.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Once she's near completion. Don't have the same consideration for Mr. Wells because he doesn't have a surety bond, so if he takes off, I'll issue a warrant for him, but it's not like the bail bond is going to pick him up. Okay, so let's deal with hers first. It's the easiest. So I'm just going to delay her. I'll accept her plea. I'll delay the sentencing until down the road. Let's come back and, is there another hearing date in the Children's Services case?
Is there what, Judge?
Another date on the Children's Services case?
Yes, but I don't have.
January 2nd, Your Honor.
Let's come back after that. The 3rd, January 3rd?
That's fine, Your Honor.
That's good to hear, Judge.
So on Kaylin Wells, hers will be a sentencing hearing on January 3rd at 10 o'clock. As to Mr. Wells, I can go ahead and sentence him. We'll make it a review hearing for him. So we've got 2 counts of endangering children. He's pled guilty to, and an OBI charge, is that correct? All right, Mr. Wells, anything you want to tell me before I sentence you?
No, sir.
Okay, on the A case of endangering children, I'll impose a $200 fine. I'll suspend $100 if you successfully complete treatment. Order you to pay court costs. 30 days in jail, and I'll suspend all of it on conditions you complete treatment. Set his review hearing for January 3rd at 9 a.m. I'll give him the exact same sentence for the B case. And I'm going to make them consecutive since they are two different children. The goal is that you complete treatment and it'll just be an academic thing about how much jail time you have, because I don't want you to get any jail time. I want you to complete treatment and don't get any jail time. Review hearing on January 3rd, 9 o'clock.
Judge, if he completes treatment, would that be sufficient for the DIP requirement?
Well, I haven't got to that yet.
I'm sorry.
We'll see. Possibly.
Okay.
Does the state take any position on that?
On,
OBI, driver intervention program.
well, if he's doing the Bethesda programs or whatever, exactly what he's doing, we'd be okay with that standing in place of the 3-day driving school if he's successful.
Okay. Then the OBI is case number 242112.
First offense?
First offense, yes. Okay, I'll give him the minimum fine is $375. So I'll give you that as the minimum. Where you pay court costs. 6-month license suspension. That goes into effect today. There was not an automatic license suspension here. It doesn't look like. So there was a urine test. It's showing no proof of insurance. Was there any insurance at the time on the vehicle? I'm going to make it 30 days in jail suspended also. The DIP school is not required if you finish treatment at Bethesda, which is what I intend for you to do. The DIP school is a 3-day driver intervention program, so this would be a lot more hours than what you would get there. So you don't have to do that if you do the Bethesda program and finish it successfully. His review hearing on this is January 3rd also. Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, community service, 30 hours of community service too. That's standard on ODIs. Anything else?
Not from here, guys, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Keep working like you are. You're making good progress. Yes.
State of Ohio versus Michelle Sturgill, case number CRB 24589.
Mr. Morphy's case, pre-trial.
What is the charge?
Huh?
What is the charge I'll have to pay?
The same as my correct.
Just the assault?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you.
Pardon?
Any objection to
No contact?
No contest.
Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
As long as
I
you
stay
agree to
away.
the
You ain't
facts.
gotta worry about none of that.
Look, she's agreeable. Judge will have a change of plea. No contest with the requisite stipulation of facts for finding him guilty.
Case number is 24589.
That way the court's time doesn't get wasted anymore. And
This is not the time for commentary. Let the judge speak.
I've always
Don't
trusted
interrupt.
his decision.
This is on an assault charge. So, Ms. Sturgill, you're telling the court you're not admitting you're guilty, but you're not denying it either, and you're agreeing that the court has enough evidence before it to find you guilty. Is that what you wish to do, ma'am?
Yes, I'd like to be through with it.
I didn't understand what you said.
Yes, sir, I'd like to be through with it.
Okay, well, that's not a good reason to enter a plea. You're telling the court that there's enough evidence here to convict you. Do you understand that? When you said you stipulate
A no contest.
that the facts are sufficient for finding you guilty.
I do.
Okay. What's the state recommending with regard to penalty here?
And this is with with having consulted with the victim in this matter, we are agreeable to recommend a 60-day jail sentence suspended, a no contact order, probation, and we don't take any position on the fine. And I think Ms. Sturgill lives in Piketon,
Yes,
Ohio,
sir.
so we don't mind if the court takes that into consideration in the terms of the probation. We just basically want peace between the parties.
Okay, so there's really no reason, as I understand, I've just looked generally at the affidavit, for you to be around Lauren Sparks, so it shouldn't be a problem for you to stay away from her, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's what you're going to be ordered to do, stay away. There's not going to be any contact between the two of you.
Okay.
Okay, on Michelle Sturgill then, I'll impose a $150 fine, court costs. Was there a particular, did you say 60 days since what's recommended suspended?
Yes.
60 days in jail suspended. No contact order with Lauren Sparks.
You know John Hancock?
Review hearing is May 23rd of 25, 2 years of level 5 probation. She's to see Mr. Major and the probation officer. Oh, okay. Mr. Cooper will speak to you
All right.
about your probation.
Sorry, sir.
No, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, very much.
State of Ohio versus Savannah Krager, case number CRA 24733. Your Honor, she was picked up by Cook County.
All right, Savannah Krager had an extradition hearing. She waived it, and she's been picked up by Boyd County, Kentucky, so the case here is dismissed.
State of Ohio versus Jacob D. Richter, case number CRA 24734. Your Honor, he was picked up by Pickaway County.
Okay, he had Rule 4. He waived it, and was picked up by Pickaway County. Yeah, I understand he's back.
But, yeah, he's back.
He went up.
In the Irish Municipal Court jurisdiction.
He went up there and back in 2 days and now has another case in our municipal. He's in the jail over that. Our case here is resolved.
State of Ohio versus Barbara E. Brinkhouse, case number CRA 24561. Your Honor, that's Mr. Scott's case.
Mr. Scott?
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Phil, do you want to keep her here longer, or you want to move on? Thank you.
Well, she's good. So she's doing all right.
Okay. Sounds like she's made some progress, but she had things to work on.
Let's keep coming back here. Okay.
How's the state wish to proceed here?
We're okay with allowing her to continue on being successful in treatment. And the only thing I would ask is for Mr. Scott to fill out this continuance.
Judge, I'm looking at December 20th, it's about a month out.
December 20th is fine. That'll be the next hearing. When we're here at 10 o'clock, the Senate waste time until then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Keep working, man. You're doing good.
State of Ohio versus Nicholas Meyer, case number CRA 24721.
Good.
Mr. Stratton.
Yeah, Your Honor, Mr. Byer is going to Shawnee's mental health.
No, I'm going to Bethesda now.
Okay, all right, you just cut out, Shawnee.
Yeah.
I knew he got an assessment at Bethesda, and then,
Sorry.
He is compliant with all services.
Okay.
No, it's your call.
okay. So he's done with Shawnee Mental Health and just going to Bethesda exclusively.
Yep.
Is that outpatient or inpatient?
He's outpatient.
We can get a report then.
Yes, I apologize, I must have forgot it today.
23rd,
Yes.
December 23rd. Good job, Mr. Byer.
Continue to do what she told you to
See
do.
you in a month.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On December 23rd.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Gregory A. Sparks, case number CRA 24581. Mr. Byer, this case.
Roger Smith. He has a report from Hawk. He's been getting treatment.
He's at Hawk, Judge, yes, sir.
I think in light of his last test result, we need to do another one. I know there was some question as to whether it was legit, but let's do another one. I didn't hold it against him, but let's do a screen today.
He agreed with Judge, yeah.
Okay.
He's glad to do that.
Go do your screen and come back.
State of Ohio versus Nicholas Atkins, case number CRA 24294, CRB 24295, CRB 24293.
Mr. Atkins is at the council.
Has been for a little while now, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith.
Yes, Judge, I've looked at the report. I think we're making progress. We're not there yet. I'd ask we reset this, however far out the state. Your Honor, want to set probably 30 days, back on the 23rd or 30th of December.
What were the dates you're available?
The 23rd or 30th of December.
Let's do the 30th. Next hearing, December 30th.
I'll see if I can try to
For Mr. Atkins.
Thank you, Judge.
Good work.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Barber, case number CRA 24679A and D, CRB 24680, Mr. Norfolk's case.
And Mr. Barber is at RS.
I'm sorry, taking the drug screen and keep things home. That's what I'm supposed to do.
So he is considered compliant?
Yes.
Continue.
Please, Judge.
December 30th?
December 30th.
December 30th will be the next hearing. Preliminary hearing, pre-trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, bud.
State of Ohio versus Sarah Isbell. Case number CRA 24-741, CRB 24-742.
Hey, miss. Good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, this just came in. That would
Did they have computer violations yet?
They're in the driver's seat with respect to that.
Okay, she's been accepted to Harvard, so I understand.
Yes.
Judge, it was quite an ordeal. Fine. We appreciate your help and direction. She is in residence.
Is there someone from ARP here today that transported you? How'd you get here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, can you identify yourself?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, could you just identify yourself?
Logan Johnson.
Logan Johnson?
I'm the transport driver.
Okay, thank you for bringing her. I'm going to set, the way this works, and I don't know if you got all this, there's a lot of legal things here that need to be sorted out. Ms. Isbell, one of your charges is a felony. There's two types of charges, misdemeanors, felonies, you've got one of each, so felonies are the more serious charge, that's the possession charge. So it's my understanding the state is willing to let you stay in this court as the misdemeanor court. So a trial on felony doesn't happen here. You have to get indicted by a grand jury and go to the common police court for a trial. They're going to hold off on taking you to the grand jury and getting you indicted if you will go to treatment and be successful. But, so you have to do this if you don't want to have a felony pursued against you.
Yes, sir.
So you started the process. So far, so good.
Yes, sir.
But, you know, we do have people that leave or are unsuccessful or not cooperative. If that happens, the state could take your case to the grand jury. And it's just a group of people in the community that sit in secret and meet with the prosecutor only. He presents the evidence that they say they have against you, and they return what's called an indictment. So felonies are so serious, you have to have people in the community say, yeah, this person needs to be charged. That's what an indictment is. We're not going to do any of that if you'll go to treatment and be successful. You'll skip all that.
Okay.
You won't have any risk of going to prison then.
All right.
So you got to do your part there.
All right. When it comes to the length of treatment, what does the court recommend? I just got to ARC yesterday at 3:30, so I spoke with a nurse, I've spoke with admissions. It was done late last night. To my knowledge, I was told that they don't have a specific date set for what they feel would be best. I know it goes up to 6 months. I am employed. I would, 30 days or 90 days. I don't know if I'll have my job past 90 days.
Well, that's going to be the least of your worries at this point.
Okay.
You may have to get another job. If you want to avoid going to the grand jury, get an indictment,
Right.
all those sort of things. You know, and right now you have a place to live,
Right.
roof over your head, food provided, all that. So that's all taken care of, right, where you're going to be at ARC. I'll let them decide. They're the professionals.
Okay.
So they're going to assess you and come up with a plan that they think you need based on your history and what they see with you. And that if you want to do what I'm talking about, where your felony's dismissed, that's what you have to do. Now, if you want to fight it out and contest it, which you have a right to do, your case is going to go on down to the other court. It's going to go to the common police court. As I say, this is a court for people that want to get clean. If you want to get clean and do it voluntarily and have your case eventually dismissed, stay here. If you want to fight it out, go down to the common police court.
I'm not trying to fight it out.
Okay. Well, you can't come in here, and I'm not saying that you are, but we do have people come in and they want to go in and tell the treatment provider, well, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it.
No, I told them.
You don't get to decide that.
Right. I told them it's up to them, whatever they think is best.
Yes. So that's the right attitude. You know, it's not going to be at what's most convenient for you. We want to, you know, my goal here, you're a young person, you got a long life to live if you get clean. If you don't get clean, you don't have a long life to live. You got a shortened life expectancy, no question about that. So let's use this, you're getting thousands and thousands of dollars worth of treatment.
Yes,
at no cost to you.
Yes,
and a
sir.
chance to get clean. That's worth a lot.
You're right.
Take advantage of it. Don't look at it as like I'm being forced to do something that's terrible. You're given an opportunity to do something that could be wonderful for you, your family, and everybody that cares about you.
You're right.
Okay?
Okay.
So what you'll do, you're going to come back periodically, and ARC's going to give me a report. And what I would say for ARC, because I understand she's not like local, she's out of the area. She can appear by teleconference in the future for these hearings. You know, we have people do that all the time. Just put her on teleconference, you can get to sign in, and as long as she's doing what she's supposed to, I have no problem with it happening that way. Now, if she needs a tune-up, bring her in, and I'll tune her up, which can be up to going back to jail. Put people back in jail for a while if they're not cooperative, or, you know, I have people want to go in and bark out orders to everybody in the treatment facility, the providers, the other patients. You know, you don't look like that type, but I've been surprised before. So you got to go in and do what they tell you to do, unless it's illegal or immoral.
Right.
When they tell you to do it and how they tell you to do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So I'm going to see you back, say mid-December. I'll get a report. Hopefully it's a really good one, and we'll just keep going down that trail until, you know, you get clean. And the thing we know from studies of this, so, you know, I assume you're clean right now.
Yes,
You look
sir.
so much different than when I saw you in the jail
Yes.
already.
It's 1 week today, so,
That's a start.
yeah.
But what we know from evidence is the longer you are clean, the higher the odds are you're going to stay clean. So time in recovery is important. And you may feel like, well, I'm just wasting my time here. No, you're not. As long as you're staying clean, that's going to help you stay clean down the road. Because the hard part's going to happen, because eventually you're not going to be in a facility where somebody's telling you what to do all the time. You're going to have to make decisions on your own.
Right.
And that's where the rubber meets the road.
You're right.
Okay, you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see you back. About the 13th, December 13th.
I'm here then, Judge.
Okay, December 13th, and as I said, Do you want to get the sign-in information from Mr. Cooper or the clerk? You don't have to drive all this way. You just put her on the front of the camera and I'll talk to her on the teleconference. And get a, I'll need a report then too, so what she's been doing. Okay, December 13th, 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your
You're
Honor.
welcome. Thank you for bringing her.
State of Ohio recalls Gregory Sparks, case number CRA 24581.
Okay. What it should be. So it's different from the last one. And we'll just say that was out of bounds. I'm not going to consider it against you, but so let's come back December 30th.
Yes, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus William Baker, case number CRB 24332, set for sentencing.
Mr. Stratton's case, he's at RRS.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. How are you?
Yes. Oh, great. Okay, good job. Good report.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I think we should just continue. to
Yes.
let him, go to treatment. He's doing really well. He's got a bond up, so guarantees his appearance. Let's even go into January for
That's
his next
actually
hearing.
what I was thinking, Your Honor.
The 6th,
Yeah, that should be fine.
January 6th.
January 6th.
Next hearing, 25, sentencing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kara Hearn, case number CRB 2381.
Mr. Stratton's case for sentencing.
May I ask
She's
you,
at Bethesda, yes. Okay, she's compliant with her treatment. We've been at this for a while.
She's doing really well. She's adjusting herself down like that was her, like she didn't want to move down too quick and be
Okay.
done just to make sure she was still stable.
It sounds like it would be helpful if we continue to monitor.
Yeah, Your Honor. And
Okay.
did you want in December or January?
We can go to January.
Yeah.
That same date, January 6th?
Yes.
January 6th.
Thank you.
Sentencing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good job.
State of Ohio versus Michael Johnson, case number CRB 24323. Michael Johnson.
Your Honor, this was set for sentencing, more of a restitution hearing.
Right.
Mr. Johnson was unable to make the last hearing we had. He did show up.
Yeah, he's been with us for about a week now. Things are going well so far. He does have a court that he's dealing with out of common pleas. They did recently put a monitor on him.
So that's Judge Ballard, is my understanding, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have court for him December 11th.
Okay. And the restitution issue,
The prosecutor has mentioned that they are not prepared to proceed with that today. It's a confusing matter, Your Honor. We've got some records. I've got those. We just need to set it for a sentencing / restitution hearing.
okay.
Seems like this was set for that at some point in the recent past. This is a matter in which Mr. Johnson's father is the party that has agreed to this, and it was Mr. Johnson hooking up, I guess, electric to his dad's account, and his dad says the amount is, did I give you a figure?
You gave me those, what you have right there.
$900 on here. And so, I mean, we could resolve it today if Mr. Johnson would agree that that's the amount.
There's some questions on that, Your Honor, as to what was used and what wasn't used. Mr. Hill has given me a figure, but we dispute that figure.
Yeah,
Okay.
November.
You wanna have a hearing on it?
Yeah, we're going to have a hearing.
All right, well, let's, maybe we'll go out a little ways if he's, I don't know, I'm thinking maybe if he's really successful in treatment, they may soften Dad up on what he wants on restitution. Or not, I mean, I don't know his dad, so.
I don't, he's the only one that can answer that.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do that January 6th date. I mean,
Yes, Your Honor.
I think that should be okay.
Yeah, January 6th.
Is there gonna be a plea then, or?
What, this is sentencing?
Oh, so it's
Yeah, there's already a
plea, so
plea.
it's just an issue of restitution.
context.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just,
Please check that date, make sure it's okay. Should be. Okay, we'll just set it that day.
It's just, I was supposed to report, I didn't report.
oh, it's just a probation thing.
Yeah, I moved conviction.
January 6th for sentencing.
No worry.
Yes, from September to September.
The complaining party will be present.
From August to September, I was doing something else. I was in jail November, January.
We'll work on that down. Okay. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Caldermeck Gomez, case number CRB 2416.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes. It's a good report from the outpatient. And he's got a bond up too, so to keep it in place, I think the best thing to do is just continue the sentencing hearings.
That's fine, Your Honor.
January 6th.
Yes, that's fine.
For sentencing.
I'm gonna leave. Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Regina Hudson, case number TRC 231382, A and B, and CRB 23581.
This is a review hearing, I believe.
Your Honor, I'm just going to help her hear what's going on.
Okay. She has a review hearing on an OBI, and she has some community service to do. She did a day November 19th. And it looks like she still has to do the driver intervention program and pay her fines off.
You still have to do community service, so you gotta do the DUI school. You need to pay. I can't hear you. You have to do community service.
Okay, I started that Tuesday.
You still owe
Paying on
fines?
fines,
All
yeah.
right. And you gotta do the DUI school.
No, not yet.
When do you go to that?
I don't know. When do I go? I don't mean,
Okay. I'll get you set.
talk to you about it.
I'll get you set up with Lawrence County Recovery.
Okay. All right, I'll give her another review hearing date, December 30th at 9 a.m. Cancel the warrant, but she did come late.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Amy Slaughter, case number CRB 24531.
All right, this is Mr. Smith's case, set for trial today. Slaughter.
So, Your Honor, we actually have witnesses here. Originally, we believed it was a trial today, but then it shows up on our docket here and then online as a pretrial, so.
I have it as it's to be set for trial today.
That's what I thought. Well, yeah, our plan was, we thought the other side wouldn't show up. If they did, we'd set it for trial. If not, dismiss it. They are here. They do want to have a trial, and my client is, I don't know where my people are. There she is. So it would just be a bench trial, Judge. We don't need to have a jury trial.
Okay, since I assume this is Mr. Parks and Mr. Christian are here.
No, this is, okay, can you go out and get her, his other witness?
JT?
This is the one that it actually happened to. I'm his mom, and JT is out.
I'm just looking at the press feed for witnesses. I've got Marissa Parks and James Christian.
And they're both here. Marissa Parks is the mother of the victim who's a minor, who's here. So we wanted to make sure that we would be able to have them here, and we do.
Okay, so let's reschedule for a time when the young man is going to be out of school.
He's here right now.
I know, but it's not set for trial today.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have to reschedule, as I understand. They weren't sure you would show up, is what I understand, and you did show up, so now we're going to go ahead and set it for trial.
Correct.
So I'm thinking over the Christmas break would be the best time, since he won't have to miss school then.
Judge, I'm here the 23rd or the 30th. I'm assuming they'd still be out of school that whole week, or?
Yeah, we go back to school the 3rd.
Get back to the 30th?
January 3rd.
Oh, 3rd. Oh, either one, Judge, 23rd or 30th, whatever's best for your docket.
What, if you want to give Mr. Hield some input on that?
Yeah. You get that?
The 23rd or the 30th of December, either one of those?
Either one works for me.
We're good with either of those.
Well, surely they're not going back on the 3rd, that's a Friday.
I'm okay with it.
It's probably the 6th, I think is when, what school district does he go to?
He's in
Fairland, okay,
Collins.
I've got a little bit of insight on that.
Yes.
It's January 6th is when you go back.
Oh, so you get 3 extra days.
So we could set the trial, are you available on the 3rd?
I am, Judge. Of
So we got the 3rd, what else were you available?
Of the 23rd of December, 30th of December, or the
Well,
3rd.
yeah, they're out on the 23rd. The last day of school is the 20th. They go back on the 6th. So.
Whatever's best for the court.
23rd,
Sure.
no, I'm
Oh.
asking you. 23rd is the date you're available.
Yes, sir.
27th?
I'm not available 27th, but I am available the 30th.
Okay, so we got the 23rd, 30th, or the 3rd
Correct.
to pick from. Mr. Hill, do you want to talk to your folks and see what we can get?
I just want to be, January 3rd is my mom's birthday, and she passed away.
December 23rd.
December 23rd.
What's that, Judge?
December 23rd. And I'm going to set it at noon, so you don't have, you can come and sit here and watch court all day, but you don't have to. Come at noon, and hopefully we'll get to you then, but sometimes it doesn't even start at noon, but you won't sit as long. So it'll be pretty close to noon when the trial starts. December 23rd at noon for trial.
But his wife was there too. She was going home with us next time, because she's out there too, but she was actually there.
Okay, well, we need her name and address and everything.
His whole family.
Is there anything else we need to address?
I'm fine, Judge.
Anything from the state?
Nothing else from us, Your Honor.
Okay, December 23rd at noon is the next hearing on this case for a trial.
Yes, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Christine can add her to
Yeah, because his entire family was there.
And it's 54 Township Road, 1428. You've got a nice yourself.
She's ready to come in here.
Okay, I'm gonna pick this one. I'll set them on top.
State of Ohio versus Brian L. Clay, case number CRB 2456.
This victim should.
Mr. Smith's case is a separate trial also.
Trent Price. Yeah, let me get a seat.
Trent Price did sign a certified mail receipt. It's just filed.
Your Honor, I have for court.
Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Price, the alleged victim, is not here.
He was served a summons, or a subpoena to appear for a trial today at noon, and it was served, he signed for it, looks like on October 29th.
I believe he might
He
be,
lives out of town, lives in Manchester.
well, he was in treatment
Oh.
here locally when this happened.
Okay.
But I also believe he may be incarcerated at this time.
I think I have Trent Price.
Is he?
I think he's at the degrees, but I wasn't aware that he needed to
Okay.
be in court this morning.
Okay.
Yes, I just pulled it up.
He is accused of being part of the theft of a recreational vehicle that was at the treatment facility that he was attending in Coal Grove. So he's charged with that, or at least he was charged with that, and he's now at a different facility. So we didn't know where he was.
Apparently he's at Mended Reeds now? Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So he has charges, I'm going to assume out of our common police court over that?
Well, I don't know that it's made it there unless it's, okay, so it just went through the grand jury. We don't know what the outcome was. So what we would,
Did you want him indicted? Did I say you got?
If it was presented to the grand jury, I'm pretty sure he's probably indicted.
Okay.
My guess.
what we would ask to do is to nolly this without prejudice.
There's no objection, Your Honor. I don't know if this will come back, knowing what's
Sounds
happening.
unlikely, but.
Sounds unlikely, but.
Okay, so what, Mr. Clay, that means is the state's dismissing it with the right to refile it, but usually 99% of the cases that get nollied is that term for that, never get refiled, but they could. Case is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're welcome. Right at noon, that's almost a record these days. Court's adjourned.
All the days are crazy, whether they're short or not.
Yeah.